So welcome to my floor. This is a bit of a weird angle, but it's the only way that I could sit comfortably with the camera set up. So we'll just go through the pile, and I'll probably have to zoom you in at one point. So first up we have American Pie 2, Alison Hannigan, Jason Biggs, and I've seen the first one and I'm really looking forward to watching this one. It is of course a 15, so if you're any younger, it's not going to be for you. I may also end up repeating myself in this video with things that I saw, things that I said in my non-ASMR haul of these DVDs. So if I do say anything too monotonous, I do apologise. Then we come to a Kenneth Branagh one, Much Ado About Nothing. Shakespeare, of course. Shakespeare for me is very hit and miss. I prefer his comedies, but I do like his tragedies. But I have to be in the right mood for a tragedy. But I do like his comedies. And I'm very looking forward to that one as well. I have only just now realised that Emma Thompson is in this. When I did the haul before, it just completely blanked my mind. So that one's going straight to the top of my to watch pile. Michael Keaton as well. It's gonna be a good one, I think. I can't remember if I've read it or not. Then we have one that a lot of people recommend, 4 Weddings and a Funeral. It says it's from the makers of Love Actually. I haven't actually watched Love Actually yet. I have it, but I'm trying to hold off until nearer Christmas to watch that one. It looks kind of cheesy, in a good way though. So we'll see how that one goes. Then we have Cabin in the Woods, and obviously a lot of people really like this film. Very highly recommended. But I don't like this whole, a young group of friends go to an abandoned place and find out it's haunted or there's a serial killer around. They're so monotonous. But obviously a lot of people have recommended this. Some people have said it's quite different and not all cliche. So I will look forward to watching that. Then we have one that I've been trying to get hold of for a while. This is Ginger Snaps. According to Uncut, it was the sharpest, coolest horror film in years. And as you can see, that is an 18. So if you're... Ooh. It does look brutal. I can't wait for that one. Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson, Starsky and Hutch. I just love the colours of this cover. Love the way it looks. I didn't think that would have been a 15. I don't know what I expected. 12s are quite rare, I find. I say that the next two are 12s. But Miss Congeniality, Sandra Bullock. I like Sandra Bullock, and this just sounds right up my street. It says, the Miss United States pageant, a scholarship program seeking beauty and grace from all its contestants. That is, until tomboy FBI agent Gracie Hart, Sandra Bullock, enters the running. Forced to go undercover to investigate a threat from one of the country's most infamous criminals, the Citizen, Gracie must change her image from rough and tough agent to exquisite beauty queen. In desperation, the head of the FBI operation, Eric Matthews, hires Victor Melling to transform Gracie into a beautifully convincing Miss New Jersey. When the killer is suddenly captured, Gracie suspects that there is more to Citizen's threat and insists on staying in the competition as an anonymous guardian to the contestants. The truth eventually unfolds with an unexpected twist. So I look forward to finding out what that unexpected twist is. I think we can just gaze longingly at this car for a little while. So how close can we get? Look at that. Oh, Johnny Depp. This is of course Chocolat and the 12 and the one underneath it is a 12 as well. I'm just going to have to eat my words. I know a lot of people have read the book and of course seen the film. Johnny Depp here is credited as being Johnny Depp of Sleepy Hollow. How old is this film? Must be about 8 years now? 7 years? I'm trying to find a date, but I can't find the copyright information. Nope, I can't find it. And I will probably forget to check. So if somebody knows when this was actually out, please let me know, as I can't remember. But it had 5 nominations for an Academy Award. So that's pretty awesome. Another one that Emma Thompson is in, although she's not our main character. And this had 3 Academy Award nominations. This is An Education. Not sure this is my kind of film, but well, Emma Thompson is my kind of actress and it is my duty as a fan to watch everything she's done. Plus people have recommended this to me and I will give anything a go that's recommended. So we will see. Look how that pile is just getting like a pile of steps. It's a tragedy. This next one I'm looking forward to a lot. Bridget Jones' The Edge of Freezing. Same Bridget, brand new diary. Obviously Hugh Grant and Colin Firth with Renee Zellweger. And I loved the first film. And I'm looking forward to the one that's coming out soon. Or soonish. So I thought I'd watch this one in preparation. Comedy sequels I find aren't usually as funny as the first film. For example, to stick with the Emma Thompson theme that seems to be recurring in this video, Nanny McPhee and The Big Bang was wonderful. But it was not a scratch on Nanny McPhee, the original Nanny McPhee. I just think it worked so much better the first time. And I find that quite recurring with comedies. Not necessarily with horror films, because I think horror kind of goes a step further and takes bigger risks in sequels, often, not always. But comedies kind of exhaust the best of the humour in the first one. We have Steel Magnolias, which again may or may not be my kind of film, but it says it's funny and I like that. But it's highly recommended by quite a few people and I've heard quite a lot of positive comments about it. So we shall see. Slightly different one now. Transformers. This was one that I probably never would have get around to watching if I hadn't bought it. And I think it was like 10 pence. So I kind of thought, well, I'll never watch it if I don't buy it. So I'm looking forward to it, just to say I've seen it. I don't know particularly what the story is about, so that'll be interesting. Then we come to another Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. This is Zoolander, and I think for a lot of people this one was hit or miss. I've heard people say great things about it, and I've heard people say they didn't like it at all. But being a fan of two of the main cast members, I think I'll get at least something out of it. Number 15 is the Blair Witch Project, which I know a lot of, you can kind of see my face, that's kind of spooky. I know a lot of people rave about this. It's a very iconic horror film, of course. Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to that one. Next up, we have a trilogy of films. This is Three Leading Ladies of the Silver Screen. And we have Betty Davis in Of Human Bondage, Shelley Winters in Behave Yourself, and Marilyn Monroe in Hometown Story. This should be Bette Davis, never mind. The Exorcism of Emily Rose, based on a true story apparently. Now, this is a 15. From what I'd heard about this, I actually thought it would have been an 18. So I don't know if the people I've talked to just have a lower threshold for fear or not, or if it is genuinely terrifying. But this is one I've wanted to see for quite a while as well, so really looking forward to this one. And we have a jewel case. Nice hard plastic there. Have the Godzilla disc on the inside. If you do like to see the discs themselves, do let me know and I will do that for future videos. I know some people don't like the noise of cases opening and closing. So whatever your preference, just let me know. I watched the original Japanese Godzilla recently and it was appalling. A great piece of history, of course, but from an entertainment perspective, I could have cried. Then we have a couple of Christmas films. Preparing for December. Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick in Deck the Halls, which I think will be an interesting match. It looks kind of cheesy comedy. They turn Christmas upside down in the most outrageously funny holiday comedy ever. We will see about that. But I love Christmas films near Christmas. It's the kind of one way to get me in the Christmas mood, I think. Then we come to Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis in Christmas with the Cranks. Which again, poor kitty. It looks, it looks very interesting. Dying to know what happened to that kitty. Then we have another trilogy, and here we have Three Classic Horrors of the Silver Screen, Volume 4. So we have, actually on the back, we have Carnival of Souls, The Ape Man, which is a Bela Lugosi film, and Mesa of the Lost Woman, which is Jackie Coogan. And they're all black and white. I love all black and white horror films. And we have another trilogy. This is the last one in the pile. Roger Corman in Creature from the Haunted Sea. Another Bela Lugosi in The Devil Bat. And The Vampire Bat with Lionel Atwill, which I haven't heard of. Modern day vampire films are really rather dull, but I love old classic vampire films. Well, I like them. Owen Wilson, Vince Vaughn and Christopher Walken in Wedding Crashers. I just realised there's what, 3-4 Owen Wilson films here. Which again looks kind of amusing. does look like Owen Wilson style comedy. So that will be one to look forward to as well. Number 15, The Ring. Before you die, you see. And this one is one again that I've always wanted to see but just never did. So I'm really looking forward to that one. Ta-da! The original King Kong. Obviously I've seen bits of this, I've seen one of the most iconic scenes, but I'm looking forward to watching it all the way through. Was this 1933? Is that right? I'm not sure of the date of the original. I'm pretty sure it's 1933. I'm not sure the DVD itself was out in 2005. Obviously the DVD wasn't out in 1933. But I'm really looking forward to that one. Third last is The Time Machine, if you can read that, which is the only one in the pile I hadn't actually heard of until I found it on the CEX website. And then I thought it sounded quite interesting, so I thought that I'd check it out. The second last is Gulliver's Travels. Not the biggest fan of Jack Black, but I do like Catherine Tate, and I do love Gulliver's Travels. Obviously this looks like quite a modern version of the story. I don't think Avatar was out during the original Gulliver's Travels book, but no, it'll be interesting to watch. I'm looking forward to it. And lastly, before the camera falls over, is another Kenneth Branagh, How to Kill Your Neighbour's Dog. One man's pet is another man's pain. Now this sounded really sad and I was like, I don't really want to buy it, but it's Kenneth Branagh. But then it's apparently a comedy. It's not actually a sad dog story as far as I can see. Yeah, there's a character in it called Amy. It's always good. Yeah. So that is the pile. Thank you for watching this video. If you have any suggestions for any other films you think I should watch, as always let me know. And I will speak to you all soon. Bye.